Hello, everyone. Welcome to our second investigation. This time we're looking still at linear models and equations, but this lesson is going to be more on modeling linear data patterns. So as you can see, we're in 1.2.1, so the first lesson in investigation 2. So to get us started, it says, it is often helpful to express functions with equations or formulas. Now, the first thing I notice is that this functions word is blue and it's underlined. So that tells me there might be a link here. So I'm going to click on that. That's going to bring me to a glossary. So it tells me exactly what a function is. So it says a function is a relationship between two variables in which the value of one variable depends on the value of the other variable. And then it gives me an example. It also has the definition in Spanish, so if you feel more comfortable with Spanish, there is that version there for you as well. I'm going to go back to my lesson. The functions and their equations are called mathematical models. So again, there's another link that will take you to the glossary again. The functions and their equations are called mathematical models of the relationships between variables. Equations tell you how to calculate the value of the dependent variable when you know the value of the independent variable. In this investigation, you will develop skills in writing and using linear equations to model relationships between variables. Organizing and displaying the data from experiments such as the tests of bridge strength help you to see patterns and make predictions. For linear data, you can usually find a graph and an equation to express the approximate relationship between the variables. So based on what we just read, it sounds like we're going to be using equations and we're going to be using variables and we're going to be using those variables to find the equations. So as we scroll down, it says the table and graph below show some sample data from investigation 1. So it looks like in the table, I see bridge thickness, so it's the layers, and breaking weight of the pennies. So way back to the first lesson that we did, we're looking at the layers of the bridge and how strong they were as we added layers. You can see that the points do not lie exactly on a line, but you can draw a line that is a good match for the data pattern. Drawing such a line gives you a model for the data. So like in investigation 1, we said this was nonlinear, but now what we're going to do is we're going to draw a line through the data points that you'll see a little bit later that is going to give us a good approximation of a linear pattern and things that we could see. So just to scratch our brains and get us thinking, what line would you draw as a model for this data pattern? And how would you find an equation for this linear function? So think about those couple questions there before you move on to the Explore section.